people are acting on a whole nother level on that. So yeah, we just see that karma train coming through. Choo-choo. Mood of the day. Really? You gotta give us more credit than that. Some people, buckle up, buttercup. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Welcome back, everyone, to Mona's Take. I am your host, Mona Rose, and we are here to talk about everything reality TV. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss anything I have coming up. Again, there's a lot going on. Kind of hoping it would slow down a little bit because it's hard to keep up, but I'm here for all the drama. So we're going to start off where I left off last night. We know that Monty is the HOH. He's put Alyssa and Indy on the block. With the plan, if they stay on the block, Alyssa goes home. If they come off the block, putting Nicole and Taylor up, and Nicole goes home. At first, Taylor said that she didn't want to be a pawn. She wasn't going to be a damn pawn anymore. But then she talked about how she has a physical reaction to Daniel and Nicole being in the game, and that she's got so much anxiety over them that she's going to have to step up and just be strong again and hit the block so that they can get Nicole out. So as of right now, that is the overall plan. Kyle decides, I don't know what's going on with this, but Kyle decides that he's going to try to scare Nicole. I think it's been an ongoing thing in the house where Nicole says that she can't be scared. So the guys have taken that as a challenge. So he's hiding in one of the cabinets in the storage room. It's Michael's job to get Nicole into the storage room so that he can jump out and scare her. Everybody in the house knows what's going on except Nicole. So a bunch of people are in the living room. Michael gets her in the storage room. And before Kyle even has a chance to jump out at her, she starts crying, talking to Michael, saying that she knows she's going home, that she can feel a shift in the house, that the girls don't trust her anymore, and she hasn't done anything to deserve that, and that she was going to stay loyal to the Popax Alliance, even though Amira was gone, that if they all stuck together, that they could do good. And she's crying and she's boo-hooing. And Michael's trying to comfort her. But he's also like, what the hell do I do? Kyle's in the cabinet. And Kyle kept hoping that Michael would get her out of the storage room so that he could come out because he was all crimped in that little cabinet. After about, 5 or 10 minutes of them talking, Kyle's like, okay, I got to start moving around. My legs are going to sleep. Kyle's not a small man, so for him to be crunched up in one of those cabinets, it was starting to hurt him. So he starts moving around in there. She hears him. She knocks on it. Nice try. Come out. Blah, blah, blah. So then they come out, and everybody's still in the living room going, well, how did it go? And Michael's like, well, it didn't work. And that's all he said about it. And Michael was the most uncomfortable that I've seen him in that house. Since all this started, he's like, what the hell do I do? How do I handle this? But they come out laughing. All's good. Indy asked Monty if she can talk to him. They go up to the HOH room and she asks him, I just want to know, are you doing this move to protect the guys? Or are you doing this move with a bigger plan in mind? And he assures her that there's a bigger plan in mind and that she's not going anywhere this week and that he wants a unanimous vote, and that when he finds out where the house is going after they come off the block, that he'll let her know, because he is adamant that he wants Nicole to go out on a unanimous vote. I don't see a unanimous vote because I don't see Daniel voting her out. But then again, Daniel's a snake, so who knows? If they go to him last minute and say everybody in the house is voting her out, you need to as well, then he might flip. But I don't know. He is pretty loyal to Nicole. Indy, Jasmine, and Alyssa are in the have-not room. And they're talking about Turner, and they're saying he's having a really hard time with the slop. Every time he eats it, he wants to throw up. He can't eat. He's dry heaving. He's just having... Honestly, he's having the most difficult time that I've seen so far with it. I thought it would be Jasmine that had a hard time with it. But Turner doesn't eat pickles. He doesn't eat olives. He doesn't like salsa. Any of the stuff that they use to make this more edible, he doesn't like. And I believe he's vegan, which makes it harder on him. So he's having a really difficult time being a have-not. He can handle sleeping in that room. He can handle the cold showers, although he doesn't like them. But the slop is really getting to him. They talk about him having a therapy session today with the therapist. He's missing home. He's tired of the game talk. It's like constant, and he's just having a really bad day. And then Jasmine starts complaining about how weak she is since she's on slop, and that she hopes she doesn't get picked for the veto because there's no way that she can compete because she's just so weak. And then her foot. It's like, girl, you competed just fine in that HOH competition when you thought your butt was on the line and you had your boot on, which that's the only time she's had her boot on. She does not wear it in the house. She walks around with that scooter and hop in if she can't use the scooter. She sits on the stairs and goes one stair at a time backwards upstairs, and somebody carries her scooter up there. She's not putting any weight on that foot in the house whatsoever. But yet, if you saw her in that HOH competition, she got it done. Nicole has Daniel and Terrence in a room, and they're talking. And Nicole is telling them that before she left, that Amira told her that she could trust Nicole and Daniel, but that she really doesn't know if that's true or not. Nicole said that she's trying to show Monty that he can trust her. And she says, I hope I just have a stronger argument than Taylor does. Nicole, Jasmine, Indy, and Alyssa cannot even hear game talk going on that they don't mention Taylor. Their hatred of her is so bad that she's the only thing on their mind. She's living rent-free in every one of their heads. She says, if that carries me out the door, then so be it. But at least I know I played an honest game. I think at one point she even compares herself to Casey. Honey, you don't have anything on Casey. Game-wise, personal-wise, morals-wise, nothing. You have nothing on Casey. Casey was one of my favorite of all time. She says, you know I'm not a cocky person. And I'm not going to let that cloud my game and what my goal is. This woman. The next conversation is between Joseph, Kyle, and Taylor. And they're in the bathroom. They're talking to Joseph, and Kyle are talking to Taylor, and they're all sitting in the bathroom. Indy comes in and goes right up to Joseph and is like, why haven't you spent any time with me today? And she goes, you. And then she realizes Taylor's in there. And she goes, you. None of y'all have spent time with me all day today. She's already told Joseph that she hates seeing Taylor with him. So the fact that she walked in there and it was Kyle, Joseph, and Taylor in there, it got under her skin. And Indy is chasing Joseph around that house. Anywhere Joseph goes, you're going to find Indy shortly after. They're in the HOH room. Indy's sitting on one couch. Joseph's sitting on the other. And I don't even remember who was all in there. I know Taylor was in there. Kyle was in there. Alyssa was in there. And they're all just sitting there chit-chatting. And Indy jumps up off of the couch that she's on and goes over there and like literally almost sits on top of Joseph. Starts rubbing his back, leaning all up on him. At the same time this is going on, Kyle is on the other couch, and it's Kyle, Taylor, and Michael. Well, Alyssa's on the other couch, and she is glaring a hole through Kyle because he is sitting next to Taylor. These girls, they're kids. They're young kids, and they're letting their emotions play their game. And one thing I thought it was funny, you know, in past seasons, it's always been a bad omen to wear the HOH robe. People don't wear it because they don't want the other house cast to think that they're cocky or they're putting it in their face or whatever. So in the past seasons, it's always been that nobody wears that HOH robe. It hangs on that hanger in the bathroom the whole time. This season, every HOH that's been in there has wore that robe all day, every day. Every time you see them, they have that HOH robe on, which I just found that funny. Indy leaves and Alyssa leaves, and Joseph said that when Indy got up to leave, that she whispered in his ear that he needed to come on and go to bed because they had a veto to win tomorrow. And he told her, I'll be down in 5 minutes, don't worry about it. You go ahead and go to bed. It's like she does not want him in the same room with Taylor. So they finally have the HOH room to themselves, the leftovers. And except for Brittany was in the bed. They asked Michael where she was, and he said she's knocked out. She had a bad day today, and they're like, really, why did she have a bad day? And Joseph said, well, the girls are blaming her for what happened. Like I said yesterday, it was an 8-4 vote. There was 7 other people that voted her out. It wasn't just Brittany. But they are projecting all of their anger towards Brittany because they know that Brittany's not confrontational. They know Brittany's not going to fight back. I guarantee you, if that was me, I'd be confronting some people. That's why I would never be good in this game, ever. Because when I'm mad, it shows my whole body. As much as I try to hide something, I can't. It's all over my face. And if I think I'm wronged about something and people are talking about me, I'm going to go up and say, why are you talking about me? What did I do? There wasn't 7 other people that voted with me. Why is it my fault? I would never be good at this game. I love watching it, but I don't think I could ever play it. They talk about if Alyssa's the one voted out, that it's going to be Indy. And they're wondering who Indy's going to join. And they're saying that it's going to be in their best bet if they can get Indy to join Michael and Brittany. I don't see that happening because she doesn't like Brittany. But that's the direction they're going in. That way, Brittany and Michael are protected a little bit more. Because right now, out of the whole group, they're the most vulnerable. And I think it was Brittany. No, who was it that came up with it? I think it was Taylor. So, well, maybe we can use reverse psychology. If y'all act like y'all don't want her on y'all's team, it may make her mad enough where she just joins your team out of spite. Good thought. Taylor said her perfect revenge would be for Daniel and Kyle to play in the veto. For Daniel to pull Alyssa and Indy off the block. For Monty to nom Nicole and Taylor. And Daniel be the reason Taylor went out the door. That's her ultimate revenge. I thought it was hilarious. And it might just happen. Turner said that Nicole is pissing him off. He's like, dude, I'm a have not. but I have all my stuff from the HOH last week. I have ice cream in the freezer, and she's in there just passing it out to everybody like it's hers in front of me. Who wants some of Turner's HOH ice cream? And he said, it's just pissing me off. Just looking at her is pissing me off. And he said, I would love it if she went home. According to Spoiler King, Grodner ordered a last-minute change in the veto comp because she doesn't want Nicole going home. And that she was visibly upset when Monty won HOH. That she actually left the building early and went home. So she's ordered a last-minute veto comp that Nicole could win. I don't know. I know that it has happened in the past where they have put up something and then the house gets heard them tearing it down and putting something else up. So I can see that happening. Remember, Nicole and Jasmine are her pick. She wants to see Nicole and Jasmine go as far as they can. She thinks everyone loves them. She doesn't really pay attention to Twitter. I guess she does pay attention to Facebook. And even on Facebook, nobody loves Jasmine, except for maybe her friends and family. Nobody loves Nicole. The public, the American public, would love to see them go out the door. So I don't know why Grodner is so headstrong about those are her favorite picks. Nicole talks with Alyssa and Indy, and she's giving them this pep talk. If I'm not here next week, this is what you need to do. If you win HOH, you need to put Monty, Joseph, and Terrence on the block. That way you have 3 strong guys that's playing for the veto with you, and then you can backdoor Brittany. And so she's laying out this whole plan to them. If I'm not here, this is what you need to do. Alyssa and Indy tell her several times, okay, we've got to go to bed. We got a veto tomorrow. And she says, okay, but, and then she starts talking about something else. Okay, but I haven't got to the best part. Wait, what was the best part? Oh yeah, I already told you the best part. It's like, just go to bed, girl. They speculate that there's a battle back and that Amira's going to come back into the house. I got news for you guys. Amira's not coming back into the house. She's done her exit interviews. She's out. And while I'm speaking about exit interviews, if you have not watched Kat Dunn's Conspiring Away Bitches podcast or listened to it with her interviewing Amira, you are missing out because out of all the interviews I've seen, Kat goes straight for the jugular right off the bat. He's like, remember last week when you told Taylor to make sure she gets it all out in her interview? Well, yeah, now since Taylor's not here and you are, I'm going to give you this chance to get it all out. So she asked her the hard questions. I have not seen any of the press really go for the jugular like she did. And it was a very good listen. It made my heart happy. I was like, yes, and this is why I love her. But if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Like I said, everybody's in the HOH room except for Brittany out of the leftovers. Joseph tells the group how the other side thinks that Taylor's an actress and that she's paid to come in that house just to shake things up. And that when they had the big blow up, Daniel told her, don't talk to me till finale. As a matter of fact, you can take your $10,000 and leave the house. So they think, the other side thinks that Taylor's a paid actress to come in there. I've heard them talking about actress, but I thought they were talking about Brittany. But they weren't. They were talking about Taylor. And this morning, right off the bat, Jasmine is on the couch with Alyssa, and she's talking about how inconsiderate Turner is, and that I know we're not really best friends, but you are my bestie, and you could help me down the stairs, or help me get my scooter down the stairs, or you can grab my cup of coffee. He's just not doing anything. He's just not being helpful at all to me. I know he's a have-not too, but come on, at least you could be considerate. So she's pissed off that Turner's not waiting on her. I don't see that happening in any realm. I really don't. I don't think Turner likes Jasmine, and I don't think Jasmine likes Turner. And to be honest, she doesn't need any help. She can put weight on that foot. She is choosing not to, because everybody in that house is cooking for her, cleaning for her, fetching for her. Hell, at one point, Nicole even wiped her ass. I am not kidding you. When she was HOH, she called Nicole in to wipe her butt because she couldn't reach it. Who does that? Who? I wouldn't ask my best friend. That's crazy. Oh my God. So it's nuts. All right. It looks like Daniel and Kyle were picked to play in the veto. Alyssa tells Monty that she doesn't trust Nicole. And Monty's talking to her, listening to her, and she's going on and on about Nicole. And Monty said, well, she hasn't really done anything to me, and I kind of trust her. She said that she wanted to work with me. So he throws that in there, so that puts even more doubt in Alyssa's head that Nicole's playing both sides of the house. Monty tells Turner that Indy told him the same thing yesterday, and that he knows they're talking because the only ones that he told that he was putting up Alyssa and Indy on the block was Nicole. And as soon as Nicole left, a few minutes later, Alyssa comes up and says, oh, well, I know you're going to put us on the block, and I understand. So he said, I know they're talking to her. I know they're giving her information. So why are they coming at me telling me they don't trust her? Which, in all honesty, they don't trust her. But Monty's like, are they just trying to get information out of me? I'm not sure what's going on there. At that point, Indy comes in. Kyle asks Turner, so do you want to go play some bumper pool? And he's like, yeah. So they leave Indy alone with Monty. Indy comes in telling him about what Nicole told her about her plan for next week and how she laid it out about what they needed to do next week, that they needed to put up Monty and Joseph, and that they would have strong guys and all of this. Sorry, I'm waiting to see something come back on, and I thought it was, but it's not. Anyway, so she's telling Monty that Nicole's told her about this plan to put Monty and Joseph on the block. She tells him that Daniel was going for Joseph, that he said if he gets HOH, he's putting Joseph on the block. And then she tells him that the house would be happier if they would just go ahead and vote out Taylor. Taylor is the root of everyone's problems. If they would just vote her out, the house would be so much happier. She's saying that Nicole's telling everyone that she took Taylor as a partner to protect the rest of the house. And she's like, you're not fooling me. You didn't do it for me. You did it for yourself. You did it for your own selfish reasons. So don't come and act like you're trying to save me or protect me. Nicole goes to talk to Monty. And I really hate Rodner right now. I wish she would just let us hear what's going on. As soon as Taylor starts talking to Monty, she says, I see Taylor's behavior in the house. And of course, Button Boy cuts the feeds. And they don't go back to the Monty Nicole conversation until Nicole's through talking about Taylor. She's protecting her. The only reason we got to see the long conversation between Nicole and Daniel on the live feeds a few days ago, because Button Boy went to get a snack. So he wasn't there to change the feeds off of them. So we actually got to hear Daniel and Nicole talking about Taylor and what was being said. But any other time, as soon as she starts talking about Taylor, the feed's cut. It comes back on, and Nicole's talking to Monty, and she says, you know, you and I are on the same level when it comes to the people in the house. We have a good relationship with everybody in the house. Nobody in the house has a reason to distrust us. So we're one of the same. No, you are not one of the same. There is nobody in that house that trusts her except Daniel. That's it. Daniel is the only one that trusts Nicole. Kyle joins the conversation, and she starts telling Kyle and Monty and Michael how she's still 100% post-pack. She is loyal to that, and she has their backs, and she just wants them to know that she has their back. She has said that to every single person in the house. I have your back, except Taylor and Brittany. She's not told Taylor and Brittany that she has their back. But everybody else in that house, she is told, I got your back. She also says that she's so glad that she joined them in Post-Pack Alliance. She just told Alyssa 2 days ago that it was the worst decision that she ever made, that she knew she shouldn't join in their group. And that she wished she had not joined in their group. So she's telling this to Alyssa, and 2 days later she's telling Monty, oh, I'm glad I joined y'all's group, I'm loyal, da-da-da-da. Girl, get out of here. Please, like out the door out of here. Although then I don't know if I have as much to talk about. Oh, it's a double-edged sword. Lord. I can't talk when I get excited, sorry. She tells them that she's been talking to Alyssa and Indy because if they get HOH, they're not smart enough to make the right decisions for themselves, basically. That they're going to need help, that they're going to need a nudge in which direction to go. And she just wants to let them know that she told Indy and Alyssa that she needs to put Monty and Joseph and Terrence on the block so that they have 3 strong guys playing with them. And then they can backdoor whoever they want. So she's telling Monty, I'm telling them to put you on the block next week. I'm telling them to put Joseph on the block next week. You are not the sharpest tool in the shed, honey. Ever. She says that Indy plays emotionally and makes her decision based on emotions and not gameplay. And then he asked her, well, who would you target? If it was your week, who would you want to see go out? Brittany. Yeah. Because they think Taylor's going home again. So their next target's Brittany. And then their next target would be Indy. But Indy doesn't know that. She said that she's always inserting herself into conversations and that she's going around the house and adding to it and making up stories of her own and repeating them as if it was something that was said, and that she doesn't trust her. Then she starts talking about jury management. The saying, say less, should really apply to her. She starts explaining to them how to work jury management and what you need to do. If I'm Monty, I'm taking notes, and I know he is because he's a smart man. She's going to be out the door this week. I have a feeling she's going to be the one leaving. We'll see who wins the veto if they're still on the block. If Alyssa and Indy are still on the block come Thursday, it's going to be Alyssa. If not, it's going to be Nicole. And then Nicole starts talking about Julie. And she's like, you know, the thing I love about this game is that when you go out there and you do your interview with Julie, she doesn't pull any punches. She asks the hard question. If you're an asshole in the house, she's going to call you out on your words and your actions. And that's the best part of it. Well, Nicole, I hope you're ready. Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions asked about your words and your actions. And the winner of the veto is Kyle and Daniel. This could be the most epic week again. If Daniel takes Alyssa and Indy down, puts up Taylor and Nicole, and Nicole goes home on a unanimous vote, we won again. Oh my God, what a week. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button, tell a friend, and until tomorrow, I will see you guys later. Have a great night, and as always, much love.